Second patient I want to describe is a patient who came in with headaches and blurred vision. Well, that's most of my patients that come in here. This one, however, had a problem with a visual field problem. Her periphery was also obscured, where she was missing half with one eye and half with the other. Not quite the same as the previous patient, but again, each eye was not working to its fullest capacity, where it's only seeing half the image. Also, when I looked at her, I could see that the optic nerve in the back of the eye was blurred, which means there are problems in the brain. And boy, there were problems. The problem was, I referred her immediately. It took 2 weeks for her insurance company to send her to a specialist. Once the specialist saw her, immediately she, the ophthalmologist, did an MRI or a CAT scan to see what was wrong. And in this case, what they saw was what was called an aneurysm. What happened was they had to do surgery immediately. They opened up the brain, and as they were working with her, the aneurysm burst. In other words, a blood vessel burst in the brain. If this would have happened without the non-surgical situation, the patient would have died. In fact, that's what the doctor said. If she would have waited much longer, she would have actually died. Meanwhile, what happened? The patient, who is, by the way, only 46 years old, and I actually have a video of this patient that I think we could share with you. She said we can share it. The patient did lose one eye, but the other eye was perfect, 20/20, and she's 46, she's vibrant. I've followed her up for the last 6 years, and it has been such a rewarding experience to see her. And when she writes a card stating that you actually saved my life, this has been a tremendous situation. And there are other less dramatic cases that we've actually dealt with. I deal a lot with kids who actually have learning disabled, and some of it was visually related. Not that they couldn't see 20/20, but they couldn't aim and focus their eyes together. We were able to deal with this quite a bit, either through training or just through actual lenses. And these cases, a lot of times, get missed. And you can turn a life around by actually being able to show the parent, show the patient what the actual problem is. But this isn't only with kids. This is with young adults and adults, because we're seeing more and more as individuals are looking at screens, either on their phones or on a VDT, video display terminal, what we used to call them, that they can't sustain for long periods of time. We are able to help them and make big differences in their life. So this is just small examples of what we're able to do with our patients. And this is why I'm so excited about what we're doing. So I want to wind up this video with this, and look forward to shooting more. There are a lot of other cases that we've dealt with. Shanine, I'd like you to relate your story of what happened about 5 or 6 years ago here in our office.
Okay, yes, I came to get my eyes exam. I was having problems in the left eye. My eye was getting blurry, so I thought I needed glasses. Never worn glasses in my life, 20/20 vision. One of 7 kids, never wore glasses. So I came see Dr. Bob. I failed all his tests in the left eye. He suggested that I go over to Loma Linda, see the ophthalmologist right away, and keep him informed of what was going on. So I got an appointment at Loma Linda about 2 weeks later. I seen the ophthalmologist. I failed all her tests in the left eye. I told her that Dr. Bob sent me over here right away to see her to make sure nothing else was going on. So I did. They sent me right to emergency. They had to do MRI and CAT scans, and they found one of the largest aneurysms they had seen, 1.6 centimeters behind my left eye. I had a craniotomy. At that time, the aneurysm ruptured on the table, and I am here. They saved me, and Dr. Bob saved my life, and I want to thank you for advising me to go straight over to Loma Linda, because you absolutely saved my life.
Thanks so much, Shanine. It means a lot to me as a professional to be able to do that. Really feels good, and 6 years later, you're beautiful, smiling, and that's what makes it great. Thanks a lot again.